Hello, friend. Today I'm gonna bring you a video lessons of how creating Windows 11 on the Azure Portal. Azure Portal has been changed and does updates like an hour every hour, if, or sometimes every day, weekly. So this look, what do you see? When I tried it 6 months ago, it's totally different. There's only one option here, an Azure Virtual Machine to create, and then now we have an Azure Virtual Machine with the preset configurations, as you can see. If you're in an production environment, and you have a lot of things to be added, this is a good feature here. For that, if you're doing some DevOps test, and this is going to be good, but the, the VMs we are using today, I'm going to use a basic one with no charges accumulation, as this subscription, it's one of those free for learning from Microsoft. I thank them for that, and I will go ahead and go back and utilize the general, as you can see, the general purpose of the process. Um, what I'm gonna do here, I will go ahead. This is one subscription. I'll go ahead and create a new group and gonna put it Win 11. Um, uh, let's say PC. This is what it's gonna. That's what I'm planning to call it. And this is a let's go ahead and edit that to different name, rather when 11 PCR. We're gonna put it to RG, matter of fact. So let's go back one step and do it from beginning. That's gonna give me an option to create a new here. Win 11. We're gonna put it RG, and then for the computer, we're gonna put it PC, actually computer name in here. So this is for resource Windows 11 resource group, and you're gonna click OK, and then for for the virtual machine name is gonna be Win 11 PC. This is, and it's gonna be on as you can see, it's been checked in green, central. Um, I don't really, for this purpose, no infrastructure or anything like that. By default comes to Windows Server 2019, which I already have a class, and did perform that to you. So we can see if there is anything about Windows 11 Pro. Uh, as you can see here, we do have this one, which is very good, and I'm going to select that. The version is here 22 H2, just a second portal, which is good. Um, I'm not gonna select anything else. This is 64-bit. That's what I need. In here, I can see. And for the options, let's see what we have here. I'd like to have a burstable B series always, and not too expensive. But should have some RAM into it, which I believe this is a good computer for the price, or maybe we can even go a little bit. There isn't much a difference, as you can see, but we can go with this for now, which is still okay, and that's what we have in here for username. Okay. I'm gonna select the username for this. I'll have one of the generic names, and go ahead and put in my password. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and retype my password. this is accepted. I will have a port. So here, what it's all depend what you'd like to have it open here. Um, how many ports? I'll go ahead and select the HTTP and the HTTPS, matter of fact, and also SSH. Maybe I'll have something or to add on, but um, for this purpose right now, really I need only the RDP port to be open. I can always go ahead and go back, and this is the part that the good things about this. You can select and add after, even if you created this. Um, I have to select this check mark for licensing, and we're gonna go next for the disk. This is again, we're doing here, as you know, this is for the purpose of training and demonstrations and teaching. So we're not gonna select the premium SSD. I'd rather go with the HDD standard, locally redundant, which is fine with me. Um, this is a good option. It says here, selected VM size supports premium disk. We recommend mm, for the high IOPS workload, virtual machines, premium SSD disk qualifies for 99.9 connectivity SLA, which is again, if I'm using this for the purpose of if I'm using this for the purpose of real life production, then it is recommended to go with this feature with the SSD. But this is just a test in here. I'm not sure. Um, Lightly used enterprise application. Maybe I have to select that, but and again, this is Windows 11. Um, you know, where you need some fast SSD hard drive, but I'm not gonna select premium anyway. We'll go ahead with the standard SSD. The next one I'll leave it alone. The platform managed key. I don't have anything to add to that. And next we're gonna go to the networking. I already selected virtual network previously and demonstrated in a previous class, which I'm gonna select the VNet 01. I already did. Already it's gonna be giving me a subnet of class C. You can see 10.0.0.24, and it's gonna register an IP for me, which is good. And then the port, as you can see, an RDP port will be open. Um, I don't have to select anything with the load balancer now. And again, this is if it's a real world of um, production, you do need those options selected. It's for sure. For redundancy is the best thing you can do. Next thing we go to the managements. One of the feature I always like and love in management is the shutting down this VM. And as you can see, it's been set to general CUT, UTC time, universal, which I'm not. So I will do it at 2 p.m. in the Central Zone area, US, and that's what I'm gonna select. And Central Time, US, which is good in here. And for email per this is going to be something I will explain later in the alerts and such. And you have to have an email on record, and that's what I have right now. I don't have any backup at this moment, and so I will leave it as is. Next things we're gonna go to the monitoring now. This specific part, I will have a class. I'm not gonna go ahead and configure that as now, and I will like to do it later. As you can see, this it's a very good part that you can select for an alerts, especially if you have a server or if you have even a regular Windows machine that needs to be watched thoroughly. That's what you need to um, that's what you need to enable. If I enable this, which maybe I will do in here, I would change some of these features for now. For example, to have it triggered, um, I would go here if the CPU it's let's say less than a threshold or greater than the threshold of 75, then it will be fired. And the memory, if it's 1 GB, I will do it to zero point 0.9, and here it will be fired. I can put it to critical here and put it to statics. Statics is meaning, so there's this two statics, and then let's see severity of the alert when the rules condition is met. And here it's going to be sent as a critical. So the stat and the between static and dynamic static, something that we are doing here, the user defined, which is us right now, and then while dynamics threshold uses a machine or ML algorithm actually. So I would leave it as a statics for now, and that's what I set it up to. And data disk IOPS, this is a consumption of IOPS, the entire data disk, the hard drive. And then I would do it like 80 or maybe even 75 in here. And I can set it as a criticals. I would demonstrate to you and then show you eventually how it will be triggered and such on a different class, and I'll show you how these things will be fire up. Um, Maybe it will be a good idea do it separately and do it a separate class. We can cancel this for now. We can do it. We can do it later. Not to select that, but that was a general an idea, but I will do it definitely on a different class. Next things we're gonna go here, it's under advanced. I don't have anything to add. I don't have a custom data to be added or a script you can add here, and it's gonna be uploaded to your VMs. I don't have anything in such. So I'll leave it that as is. And next is tags. I don't have in the real environment productions. You will have a tag naming your computer, for example. For that sake, I can put the Win 11. Let's say Azure VM rather. You know if you have an on-perm computer, then you will say on-perm. So this is which I do have somewhere else on-perm. So this is Win 11 um, computer, and for resources, I would have it everywhere listed, which is fine. And we're gonna go ahead do a review and create. So it's gonna validate for a few seconds, which is as you saw it did. That's very good. And then we're gonna go ahead and create. Now it's gonna, as you can see, start initializations of the deployment in progress, and deployment in progress. You can see it here and also here, and then there's a little blue bar going across, which is good. And in a few minute, maybe less, it's gonna provision, As you can see, this is going right now. It's doing the provisioning process, which is good. And we're gonna wait for that to get it finished. Okay, this takes some times, about 3-4 minutes, matter of fact, but as you can see, it was successful, and here it says deployment succeeded, and we can definitely go to the resources, and this is my Windows computer, Windows 11 computer, and let's go ahead to the VM. As I told you, um, let's start deallocating, and this is I get this as a burstable one, and it's gonna definitely go to the process, sometimes deallocating, sometimes running. Um, well, this is DC. I'm sorry, that was the Windows DC did deallocate, and the other ones, which is my apology, Windows 11 PC, still running right now. I'm gonna refresh it. It's just came up, and hopefully it will say and it's running. So we're gonna stay put in here. So we're gonna click on the virtual machine that we created. Then we're gonna go ahead and try to connect. We're gonna initiate or select the RDP in here. As you can see, let's go ahead and select select that, and then we're gonna download the RDP, which we already did, and we open this. What I do usually, I drag it and drop it here, like my Windows DC. Close this and double click on it. Come up with this message. The certificate and the publisher agreements, and then click on connect, and it's gonna start initiating remote connections right now. Probably tried it for the purpose of this class. Hopefully it did come up, I think, with the error message. We're gonna check that. There's always possibility that the computer sometimes it's been deallocated again. This is one of these let me see here. Try it again. And probably it's not going to connect. We're gonna try to do some troubleshootings to find out what's going on with the computer. And this is Windows C. Look like started. So what we can do, best things here, we can always stop the VM if you're not able. This is just a general troubleshooting tips I'm giving you. You can stop the VM completely and reinitiate it and start it again. So, sometimes it does help, and the RDP that we put, the shortcut, we can delete that and basically create a new one. And but as you can see, still the VM in the process of stopping. I'm gonna give it some time to settle down and stop totally, and then I'm gonna fire it up and start the VM, and then hopefully there you go. It says completely stopped. That's a good message. That's what I was waiting for. Successfully stopped, which is good. And then we're gonna go ahead and start the VM again. And I'm gonna wait for it in here. Okay, I have a message here. It says start We successfully started the Win 11 PC. As you can see, we're going to go ahead and click on connect, initiate the process of the RDP. Everything looks good, and then I'm going to start. Okay, we're going to start the VM. Look like I did stop it before. Maybe I shut it down. I'm not sure, could be. And it's going to initiate again, which is successful, which is good. And I'm going to select this part. All right, looks everything in green and checked. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go ahead and download the the RDP, which I have it here. And again, as I mentioned to you, I drag it and drop it here to make it very easy for me to double click on it, as you can see, then select on connect, and voila, it come up to my username that I select, remember. Then I'm going to put my password, enter. That's a nice message. It says name certificate, which is that's a good message. When you're at this point, you're about 80% you're in there. Then select, and as you can see, I'm in the process of logging in to the VM, which is very good and is successful right now. It's gonna take maybe a minute or less to do so. And as you can see, everything. Here you go. And this is my VM. This is the IP. I know I have Windows 11 my own computers too, but this is the VM actually, and I'm logged in there, and this is the process, um, how to set up. I'm just waiting for it to initiate and settle, because it's gonna come up with a message of settings and such. And as you can see here, this is the Windows 11 we just created. This is the setting for it, which is good right here. The next things, what I'm planning to do here. Remember on the alert parts, which I did not. I showed you how, but I did not process it. The next thing what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you how to set alerts. Hopefully in the next episode or next class. But this is the way you create a VM on the Azure Portal VM, which is Windows 11 right now. Um, Again, thank you for your watching, and thank you. If you have any comments or any questions, please add it in there. And always, I appreciate your like and subscribe. Thank you, and have a great day.